Epic at the door?
I'm on the phone. I'll be there in a minute.
In a minute, there won't be a door left. Boy, the one morning I get to sleep late, this has to happen.
Who is this?
How do I know?
Jesse.
Well, it's about time. Well, do I come in, or is this off limits to your agent?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, it will be if you got me up this early to book me for the Prune Festival in Cucamonga.
Why did you people answer your door? I thought you were all dead.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jesse. I was on the phone. Oh, why didn't you call and let us know you were coming?
Call? You know how my agent is. A dime saved is a dime earned.
Come on, Dan.
It's all right, Kathy. Let him insult me. He's going to eat his words in a very few minutes.
Have a cigar.
No, thanks. I've got one. Well, you're going to apologize now, or are you going to come crawling to me later?
Apologize? Huh. What pleasure would there be in life for an actor if he didn't have his agent to insult?
That crack is going to cost you another apology. How are you, sweetheart?
Fine, Jess.
The kids?
Oh, they're just fine.
And that beautiful grandson?
He's just great.
He's fine. Everybody's fine. The landlord got over the gout and we got a new flea collar for the dog. What was all that pounding and ringing about?
Does that sound like an apology to you?
Nope.
Me neither.
Well, I'll apologize for him, Jesse.
Good. Then I'll tell you what I came to tell him.
No! Really? Oh, Jess, that's wonderful.
What?
Just wonderful. Oh, Danny's going to be thrilled to pieces.
If he ever finds out about it. No. First, apologize.
Yes.
And it's not necessary to kneel. Standing up to apologize will be fine.
Yeah, okay. I humble myself before thee, O great one.
You remember how you used to carry on about how you want to be something more than just a saloon entertainer?
Yeah.
And how I would be a decent agent if I got you to be a star of stage, TV, and,
No.
Yes.
A picture. You got me a picture. A movie? We're talking and everything?
Talking and everything?
Jesse, not only do I apologize, I love you.
Marvelous.
Oh, boy, that's
marvelous,
great.
isn't it?
But wait a minute now. I don't want to rush into this.
What?
Oh, no rushing into it, buddy. First, I got to see the script, how big my part is, who's playing opposite me, and what kind of billing I get, and I'll tell you, if I don't get the right answer,
Yeah?
then I'll rush into it.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that, sweetheart.
Huh?
This happens to be a Tony Charles movie.
Tony Charles. That's the fellow who directed Postgraduate.
And Easy Cowboy. Not to mention Agnes's Diner.
That's the young kid director.
Kathy, for your information, that young kid's last picture grossed $18 million.
And that's my kind of kid. Where can I see the script?
Would right now be too soon?
Really? Oh, boy. Oh, come on, Jess. I can't tell anything from an outline. I want to see the movie script.
You're looking at it.
This is the whole script? I've seen more dialogue on a gas and electric bill.
That's the way Tony Charles works. That's his method. He doesn't believe in too much dialogue.
So I see. What's the name of this epic?
Zonk.
Zonk?
Zonk?
Really says something.
Zonk. Yeah, kind of catchy, you know? Zonk. Got a good sound.
Yeah. Like a meatball hitting the floor.
Hey, listen, don't be funnier than your husband, you hear? Hey, while you're bouncing around that meatball, I've got some final details to clear up on his deal. I'll see you later, huh?
Okay,
Jesse, you know how much this means to Dan.
Yeah, means a lot. I've been waiting to make a picture for years. I'll never insult you again. Never.
Congratulations. Have a cigar.
Like that. A movie. Your husband in the movies, isn't that great? All these years I've been hoping and praying I get a chance at a movie, honey. Now I've got it. It's wonderful, isn't
Darling,
it?
I'm dying to find out what it's all about.
Me too.
Well, why don't you go sit down and read it, and I'll get you a cup of coffee.
Okay, sweetheart. How about that? Zonk. Does sound like a meatball hitting the floor. The script. Yeah, it's very, very nice. Cute little story about a couple of young college kids in love.
You play a young college kid?
Yeah. No. I play a visiting professor.
Oh.
Yeah. Could I have my breakfast?
Well, in a minute, honey. I want to hear about the story.
Well, it isn't much of a story. See, this visiting professor, that's me. I'm a real good friend of her father, see?
Whose father?
The girl in the shower.
The girl in the shower?
Yeah. Could I have my breakfast?
First, I want to hear the story.
Well, it's, see, I go over to see how she's doing, for her father's sake. And I walk up to her apartment, and the front door is sort of open, so I just sort of walk in, and I just sort of stand there in the middle of the room, and she's like sort of taking a shower, and she sticks her head out and looks at me, and she figures I'm just another one of the college kids.
Well, but wait a minute. Why does she figure you're one of the college kids?
Because I'm sort of wearing long hair and a beard.
Wearing long hair and a beard?
Well, like I said, I'm just standing there, and so she sort of comes into the room, and she says, hello, and I'm shocked.
Why? Because she says hello?
No.
Well, then why are you shocked?
Because she's not completely dressed.
How much not completely?
Completely.
You mean she's naked?
Sort of.
Sort of. Danny Williams. Wait, you can't afford to be in a picture like that.
I mean, what are you going to do? That's the way things are today. That's the motion picture industry. And if you want to be in the movies, you got to keep up with the times.
Well, if keeping up with the times means that my husband has to stand next to a naked woman in living color, well, then you can color me old-fashioned.
Oh, wait a minute, Kathy. They look at things differently today. Today they say that the human body is a natural thing, a thing of beauty, like nature, like a flowers in a garden, or a tree in the forest.
Well, there's a slight difference between a tree in a forest and a naked woman in the living room.
Yeah. I don't like this any more than you do, but gee, you know how long I've been dying to make a picture, honey. It'd be great for my career. You know, you get a lot of publicity when you make a movie.
Well, then why don't you just have them switch the scene and let her walk in on you in the shower?
Oh, no, that's just plain silly.
Silly? You want publicity? You'd be a cinch to make the centerfold of Playboy.
You're gonna do a Tony Charles picture? Who's the girl and when does she start taking off her clothes?
How'd you know about that?
Tony Charles, he does it in all his pictures. She's gonna be nude, huh? Naked? Without clothes on?
You know any other way to be naked?
How does Kathy feel about it?
Well...
Never mind, Kathy. First find out how I feel about it.
Why? What do you got to do with it?
Well, from a business point of view, I got a lot to do with it. Danny, you happen to be a clean, family-type entertainer.
So?
So what do I do, change the sign out front? Now appearing, Danny Williams. No cover, no minimum, no clothes.
I'm just as much against nudity on the screen as you are, except when it's important to the story.
Oh, is it so important to the story that the girl comes out naked the first time you meet her?
Well, the way it's written, we have this animal attraction for each other.
Well, can't you be attracted to her if she's wearing a fur coat? Wait, a lot of animals wear fur coats.
How about a fur coat? Oh, she looked cute in a fur coat.
You forget about the fur coat.
Well, couldn't she be covered in something?
Okay, man, so I cover her in something for this scene. What about the swimming scene?
This is a swimming scene? I didn't see any swimming scene in the outline.
Just put it in.
Oh.
So look, you're riding along on this hog.
I ride a pig?
A hog is a motorcycle.
Oh, a motorcycle.
Where have you been, man?
Well,
All right, you're riding along and you see the lake, right?
Yeah.
So you decide to take a swim. Now, it's going to look pretty strange if the two of you are frolicking around in the water and she's wearing something and you're not.
I'm not wearing something? Me, nude, naked, with no clothes on? Hey, wait a minute now. I'm a family entertainer, you know, and you ruin my...
Okay, you can wear something.
Thank goodness for that.
Your motorcycle helmet.
That's not what I want covered. Why can't I be wearing swimming trunks?
Man, I'm beginning to see that I'm not really getting through to you. You see, the scene is about freedom, yeah? Emancipation. The unloading of the shackles of a materialistic society.
What's the matter? I couldn't unload the shackles in a pair of swimming trunks?
Man, you're missing the point by about 1,000,000 miles. If you're not bare, baby, the scene takes on an entirely different meaning. The metamorphosis of the middle-aged college professor won't come across.
One little pair of swimming trunks is going to ruin his metamorphosis?
Absolutely.
I got it. We use a double. Why didn't I think of that before?
I don't shoot doubles, man.
That's why I didn't think of it before. well, look, around the lake, there's trees and bushes and stuff. That's only natural, right? So I grab a few leaves and I make like a fig leaf effect, huh?
There are no fig leaves in the Middle West.
Well, you could change the locale. I know they got them in the Middle East. Well, how about you shoot from way far back, huh? So they can see the lake and all the beautiful scenery, huh?
I don't shoot scenery, man. I shoot people. Close shots. Real close.
Oh, good. Just our faces.
No.
From the waist up.
No.
Or you shoot from under the water. How about getting in a helicopter?
No.
It's a very pretty night. You can actually see. Really pretty scene.
Hi, honey. Where's your key?
I don't know. I must have misplaced it somewhere.
Misplaced it.
My head wasn't attached to my shoulders. I think I misplaced that, too.
Huh?
Sit down, will you, baby?
What's the matter, darling? Don't you feel well?
No, I'm not sick or anything. I mean...
Well, that's a relief. Then what's bothering you?
Look, lover, you remember we were talking about the human body, how it's a thing of beauty, of nature, you know.
Like trees in the forest and flowers in the garden.
Yeah. You think you could picture me as a daffodil?
A petunia, maybe, but not a daffodil.
Sure, go ahead. You can have fun now, but you won't be making jokes when you see your husband in the centerfold of Playboy magazine.
What?
I had a meeting with that genius today, that Charles.
And?
Well, he put another scene in, a swimming scene, where I'm riding a motorcycle with this girl, and we come to a lake, and she decides we should go for a swim, and he says I have to do that scene nude.
Nude? Naked? With nothing on?
I get to wear my motorcycle helmet.
And you refused, of course.
Of course. Of course I refused.
Thank goodness.
Until he pointed out that the metamorphosis of the professor wouldn't work with his clothes on.
I don't care about the metamorphosis of the professor. I'm much more interested in the metamorphosis of my husband.
Sweetheart, look, that's the movie business today. They say there's nothing wrong with the human body, that it can be portrayed with dignity and...
What can be portrayed with dignity, Daddy?
Nothing.
Your father's going to star in a movie. Dad, that's terrific. That's really great. What's it about?
Well, it's not about,
Well, I'll tell you what it's about.
Kathy, do we have to discuss everything as a family? Even if Reader's Digest says it's the thing to do. There are some times when...
Something I should know. Of course not. He's going to make a movie with Tony Charles. Tony Charles? Well, he's great. Oh, did you see Agnes's Diner?
No.
Well, there's a scene in that movie where this guy and this girl, are taking a walk. And they come to this fountain and they decide to take a swim in it. Nude.
You saw that movie? It's restricted. Restricted, rated R. No teenager admitted without an adult.
Well, I went with an adult.
And what depraved adult took you to see that garbage?
Mother. Well, everybody was talking about it, and I didn't have any idea what it was all about, so... Oh, besides, there was nothing wrong with it except for this one scene in the fountain. Anything like that in your movie, Daddy?
It's not exactly a fountain. It's a lake.
And Mr. Tony Charles expects your father to play that scene in the nude. Daddy? Without clothes on? Well, not completely. Oh, good. He gets to wear his motorcycle helmet. It's part of his metamorphosis. Into what? Lady Godiva?
All right.
Oh, I can just see it. My father, nude on the screen. Oh, probably in Cinerama.
Cut it out.
Cut it out. I can just imagine what the kids are going to say at school. Hiya, Linda. I saw your father's movie last night. What am I going to say to my friends? Ladies, I'd like to reintroduce you to my husband. You probably don't recognize him with his clothes on. I'll have to drop out of my bridge club. I'll have to drop out of school. School. I'll have to drop completely out of sight.
No, you won't.
If you think I'm going to show my face in school after you've shown...
All right. Won't have to drop out of school or bridge clubs or anything else. I don't know what I could have been thinking of. Boy, I wanted to make a picture so badly I was willing to compromise my principles. Well, I'm not compromising anymore. I'm just not going to do it, that's all.
Goodness, you've come to your senses.
If I never make another movie as long as I live, I'm certainly not going to make that one.
Oh, Daddy, you'll make lots of movies. Of course you will.
Okay, I'll see you guys later.
Honey?
What?
Where are you going?
To apologize to my agent. After I kill him. Me, nude, naked, with no clothes on. What do you think about that?
I think if you lose a few pounds, you'll look adorable.
I don't get it. I just don't understand all this indiscriminate nudity on the screen. For what? You know, the only time you see clothes in a movie today is when they're hanging on the back of a chair. Why do they make pictures like that?
Because people spend a lot of good money to see them, that's why.
People. They're probably the same people who call our teenagers indecent and immoral, yet they expose them to this kind of garbage. I don't get it. I just don't get the attraction. They pay money to go see a bunch of nude bodies squirted on the screen. And a bunch of carcasses. You can get the same effect going to a wholesale butcher shop. I don't get the attraction. I don't understand. What's so attractive about a nude body? Especially a naked man. Barf!
What are you hollering at me for? I don't make the pictures.
Well, I'm not going to make that picture either. So you call that genius Tony Charles and tell him I want out.
I'm sorry, Dan, but I can't do that.
What do you mean you can't do that? Why not?
Because you're signed, sealed, and delivered.
Okay. Let him take me to court.
Let him take you to court? Who do you think you're dealing with, a bunch of kids here? He'll sue you for every nickel you got.
Jesse, you gotta figure out some way to get me out of this contract.
I wish I could, Dan, but I can't. Don't you understand? Oh, you were so happy and excited about doing the picture that I set you for. I closed the deal. I gave my word. I've got a reputation for integrity in this industry. My word is my bond. Now, I signed that contract, and my signature on any contract is a sacred thing. I'm sorry, Dan. Now, there's absolutely no way to get out of that contract.
Okay. Let him sue. Whatever we have to pay, we'll pay.
What do you mean we? What we? Who we?
You and me.
You and me?
Well, sure, you were going to get 10% of what he paid me for the picture, weren't you?
Well, naturally.
So you have to pay 10% of what he sues me for.
We got to get out of that contract. Tony, baby, you've got to forgive him. He was so anxious to do the part in your picture. Well, that's why he kept it from you.
Kept what from me?
That's why he fought so hard to talk you out of the nude scene. I said to him, I said, Danny, the only way to deal with a guy like Tony Charles is to level with him and let him make the decision.
What decision, man?
Ooh. Wait a minute. Danny, come in here. Take off your coat.
Hello, Tony.
Shame, shame. Show him. I'm so embarrassed.
What? All you worried about? A tattoo?
Look, please, don't touch it where it says mother.
How can you photograph him in the nude with a thing like that showing?
No problem. I just shoot him from the left side.
Huh? Didn't I tell you that the only way to deal with Tony Charles is to level with him? Huh? I'm sure he'll figure out a way to handle the rest of it.
What? What do you mean? What the rest of it?
Show him. I'm so embarrassed.
Okay. I'll shoot the nude scene from the back. That's it. He's out of the picture.
What? Wait, hold it. Just a minute. We have a contract.
He's out of the picture.
We have a contract, and a contract is
I can't use that.
I'll sue you for every nickel you got. We'll take you to the suit.
So will you stop taking it? What's the matter? You crazy?
I just had to convince him, didn't I? I had to make sure I got you out of it.
You almost got me back into it. Then what would you have done?
I had it all figured out.
What?
We'd have tattooed your nose. Hey, you know, on second thought, it's not a bad idea. We'd make a barber pole.
Boy, Kathy, what did you use to get that paint off with? Turpentine and sandpaper? Oh, boy.
Honey, that stuff was so hard to get off, you might as well have had real tattoos.
Oh, my body's on fire.
There's your ride.
Huh?
Getting yourself all involved in a movie about nudity and everything.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm sorry, honey.
In a way, I'm sorry, too.
What are you sorry for?
For all the women in America.
Huh?
They'll never know what they missed.
Ah!